Hello, this is Daron Hall, Pittsburg City Manager, once again to talk about the COVID-19 pandemic that is continuing to spread through our country, our state, and our community. Thanks for your time. I'll be as brief as I can, but there's some important points that I want to hit. The most important thing going on right now, the governor has issued her statewide stay-at-home order. A lot of questions about what that means. There's a lot of other public health orders out there, so I just want to touch off on a couple of things and hopefully clear the air for you. Number one, it replaces any other existing public health order in the state. So depending on what county you're in, what city you're in, if you're wondering, this is the order to pay attention to. Please go to the state's website or the city's website. That information is out there. Number two, you can leave your home. If you need to get food, if you need to get medical supplies for your family, you can go out and do the things you need to do to take care of your family. Always remember, social distancing is what we're focusing on. So whatever environment you're in, that's the important part. Individuals who are performing essential functions. So if you work for a job and it's an essential job, you can find a list of those on the website as well. You can go out and travel. You will not be pulled over. You will not be asked for your papers. We're not in that kind of a lockdown at this point. The other thing I want to mention is engaging in outdoor activities. This is encouraged. The weather's nice. It's not raining every day like it was last week. We encourage people to get outside. Fresh air is good for you. Always be aware of the social distancing. The 6 feet is critical. But we're even opening up the golf course again. There's going to be some special rules out there. 1 person per cart. No touching the flag. The cups will be raised. But we want people to be outside. We want people to stay healthy. Being inside is hard on your brain. It's hard on your body. So you can get out there. But the biggest part about being outside in the public areas is stay off of the equipment. The playgrounds, we have no way to keep them clean. So they should be closed down. They should have tape around them. But if not, stay off of the public playground equipment. Finally, like I said, you're not going to be pulled over by the police. I've had some calls from people that were concerned about having to have papers if their business that they were working for was an essential business or not. We're not at that point. There is no lockdown. There is no house arrest. Finally, go to the website. The executive order is on our website. It's on KDH&E's website. We're at pittks.org. Familiarize yourself with where we are. I believe this order is going to go through April 19th. So that's the first thing I wanted to touch on. The second thing I want to touch on is our public meetings. The city has public meetings. We're not going to have another one probably till April 28th. But public input is always a big part of having a public meeting. We understand that some people just like to watch it at home and it will be live streamed. But as far as public input goes, there's a couple of things we want to encourage you to do. Number one, you can always call City Hall and just let us know, hey, I've looked at the agenda, I have a question. But if you really want to have public input, what we're going to ask you to do, there will be a phone number that you can call in. I believe it's 240-5151. So you can call in during that public input time if the council decides to have public input at the next meeting. We may not. It's not required, but it's something that they usually do. And the second thing is the Attorney General has weighed in and said that we can actually have written public input. So we'll give you an opportunity to send us an email, and then we can read that email under public input. So we're always looking out for that. We want to make sure that we follow the rules of COMA for the state, but we more importantly want to have some very short and succinct meetings, do the city's business, and move on it. So please continue to pay attention to the website and channel, I believe, 406 on Crawcan and channel 6 on Cox. And the commission meetings are really down about once a month now, but we will be having them. We do have bills to pay and business to do. I want to give a little shout out to the public library. The public library was one of the entities that closed initially very early because of the fact that you have so many kids and so many older people in one area sharing media. That was a huge concern. Everybody knew it right away. So the public library did a great job here and shut down their operations. But they've done so much outreach since then. You've got the ebooks, audiobooks, the ability to get a virtual card online from the library. I want to make sure people understand that's a very good resource. So look into that. If you have any questions, obviously call us here at City Hall and we'll help you get hooked up with the library. But Bev and the staff over there are wonderful, and that's a huge service for our community. We understand a lot of people spend a lot of time at the library, and it's been difficult for them. So I want to make sure people understand that there are still library services that can be delivered online that they are delivering. In the meantime, the city business continues. Our operations are considered essential functions. Obviously, public safety is first and foremost. We're at 231-4100 if you have any questions. The pittks.org is our website. We're going online, all of our services. If you need a permit, if you need to pay a bill, anything. I think we've done a great job. We've got an unbelievable team here at the city. They've been through a lot. They all have families. They all have concerns, the same concerns that you do. But I'm very proud of them. Every week it seems like we come up with a little bit of an improvement or a tweak to our process to make it better for the citizens. And we're moving to a good place. And the reason we're doing it is because we're all working together, we're listening to you, and we're going to continue to do that. All right, well, we've been talking about public health for so long. I thought it'd be a good opportunity while I have your attention to talk about some of the public projects that are going on in Pittsburgh, just so you know that we are continuing to work. 20th and the bypass is maybe the biggest one. Currently it's still scheduled to start before April 6th, so it's a big deal. It's a concrete replacement. It's a mess over there. We're going to take off a couple of inches of concrete and put back about 6 inches of reinforced concrete. So it will be a big project. It will take a long time. We appreciate your patience, but it's important. We also have the bridge at 14th Street. So anybody that lives over there knows how lousy that bridge is. Just looking at it, you wonder how it even carries any vehicles, let alone pedestrians. But that's going to start in June. We have been delayed on the 4th Street overpass. There was no opportunity to have a pre-construction meeting because of social distancing. And so they've postponed that, but it should start sometime within the month. We have some asphalt and concrete work going over on Joplin. As you know, the gutters over there on Joplin around 14th Street, about 5 blocks either way. The street's just falling apart. So our street crews are going in, they're backing it up, they're cutting out the bad asphalt, putting in concrete. Hopefully that's going to be a nice improvement. And finally, there's some good sidewalk projects going on. You got Drop the H over there. That's a public access area, those sidewalks. We want to do as much as we can to the public to get around easily. That's why we're also doing one over at Signet. Those two businesses have been generous enough to come in and use part of our concrete rehab program where you can pick up 50%, the city will pick up 50%, we'll fix those sidewalks. So those are going on. And finally, we have the asphalt overlay on Locust Street. That's just the beginning of the asphalt program. So bear with us. Usually we have $2 million a year to put down asphalt overlays in town. We are going to be affected this year by the sales tax. So with all of this shutdown, it's going to have some kind of effect on the amount of money we have available. We will put down all the money we have into asphalt, but I can't tell you if it's going to be $1.5 million or what it is. Finally, one more thing that I want to mention is unemployment benefits. I know this is on a lot of people's minds, and the chamber and a lot of the businesses in town are doing a great job, but I want to direct you to a couple of places. GetKansasBenefits.gov and www.DOL, which stands for the Department of Labor, .ks.gov. Those are very good sites. They've done a great job. I believe just this week there's been 815,000 calls to the Department of Labor with Kansans trying to get the information they need to file their benefits correctly. This is a big deal. There's nothing more important right now other than your initial safety than the financial security of you and your family. So if you need any help, visit those two websites. Call Blake over at the chamber. He's a fantastic resource. I know he's talking to everybody about what's going on with businesses. The idea here is you have unemployment insurance. You have federal programs that are giving people pay on a weekly basis. Whatever the short term is for this, we want people to know that they're going to have enough money to continue to take care of their family. They're going to have jobs at the end of this. But in the meantime, this all runs through the state. It's a huge program, and it's being inundated right now, as you can imagine. So be patient, use those two websites, and if you just get stuck and you're frustrated, call us at City Hall. We'll direct you however we can. We're definitely all in the same position where employment is just critical. It's the one thing that makes us feel useful. It's the one thing that feeds our family. And for me, it takes up a lot of time out of my day. So it allows me to focus on something positive. So we know it's important to you, it's important to us, and use those resources the state's put together. We're working for you. That's all I've got today. I appreciate your patience. I appreciate everybody treating each other with compassion and understanding that this is a good time for self-reflection. So while you're at home, think about your life, think about what's important. Know that your community is working for you. Your city government is committed to making this transition to a safer time as peaceful as it can be and as smooth as it can be. But if you need us, call us. We're here at City. And I want to say one more time, thanks to all the city employees for stepping up and doing what's necessary. Take care.